hello everyone. You may hear some noise in the background. I believe that is a dryer that is running.
Yeah,
because
I got the door open.
Someone has the door open because it's easier to get to the dog when he needs something for a time. So please pardon this.
I'll go
You
turn
know,
it off.
I'll tell you what. Let's redo this.
No.
Okay, well then if you're going to turn it off, I will wait. La 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 la. I wait for Victoria to turn the dryer off. Oh, there. Did you hear that? I don't know if she'll keep this part. Okay. Should we start over again?
No, I mean, I can leave that on the cutting room floor.
Oh, that's right. You want to leave those mistakes and things.
Yeah,
Because then it's natural and it's not edited. But I wanted to ask because I don't know how you edit these things.
It's not too bad. I have a program.
It's that little black box again.
Yes.
The tea is not too bad today.
You like that?
Oh, it's much better than that swill you had the other day. I mean no disrespect.
No, I know. Are you drinking?
But I'm just not used to those flavors.
Oh, you don't like them. See, I like the straight tea too. I like
No,
black tea.
this is better than some of the other things.
Yeah.
That there are those of you that have different beverages that you like in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
In my day, we would brew coffee, very strong coffee, and we would mix it with a ground, something like cinnamon and some other herbs, and then often there would be a drop of liqueur that would be added to it. Usually it had a mint frothy flavor. It was quite good. There are many of the delights that I used to enjoy, especially in many of the open bazaars. They were just breathtaking. And it's unfortunate because I don't see the same things today in your world.
No.
I really don't.
Well, you know, they're poisoning most of our food, so of course they took away all the good, rich things. That's what we want to do. We want to bring them back.
Isn't that part of all of the restoration that's supposed to take place on Terra? And it's unfortunate that there are many others that cannot see the wickedness that is happening, because now the time has come, and Father had a message for all of you from time to time that he has me speak to Victoria and others. But I'm partial to Victoria as I consider her my daughter. As I've explained before, there are genetics involved, and when she was remade on this planet again, that included some of my genes, which have been passed on, and it is part of our lineage of our family. We have been a very long-lived group of souls that have recycled not only on this planet, but we have created our own, what you would call, I guess, a matrix, because that is, it is a different type of matrix, and we call it Homeland. It is a projective reality, very much like this planet, and if you were there, you would feel similar things. Wind, you would see the sun, but things are, for us on this plane of existence, we are stuck sort of like an island floating in the ether. But it is a large and beautiful place, and it continues to grow. And as Homeland becomes more real, not only to us, but as we grow more of it, it will eventually become a more formalized matrix, and other beings will come to it, and eventually it will be recognized by Father at some point as an inception point that can be used and cataloged in the great other list of matrices that souls will then have the ability to travel to, if that is where they wish to manifest.
It's quite unique for the fourth dimension, isn't it?
Yes, it is, because typically the lower fourth dimensional areas are reserved primarily for some not so very good beings that float between constructs that are made within the ether. And I thought it would be interesting for those people that listen to you to understand how this works, that the universe is a series of interconnective tunnels, much like in the movie Stargate, and that in between that there is essentially nothing. And yet when you get to a certain matrix, then it expands into everything.
Yeah.
So it's very different than I guess you have been told. Many people believe space is just expansive, and of course there are shows that popularize this theme, right? The Expanse. That it's a series, right, that you watch, is trying to also teach this to people that that the universe is constant and continuous, and that expansion actually is done, and that it exists everywhere simultaneously. And Father uses this to then stack different realities in different locations on different multiple timelines. It's sort of like using a huge coaxial cable and wrapping it with everything that you need. And anything can travel up or down that coaxial cable, and that coaxial cable is connected to everything that's within the universe. It is an electric universe. Even your scientists have now begun to theorize this possibility, that everything is electronically connected. And that's true, because it is.
Yep, sure is. So Homeland is like the oasis in the desert. There are a lot of, like we've said before.
In fact, it started out that way. Before it was Homeland, it was simply a place of manifestation.
Yes.
And it was a great desert, and that's all that existed except for a few plinths and a fire. And Michael used to appear before the fire, and the council that would sit around the fire were the great fathers and forefathers of not only this planet but others. And we sat together in unison, and for a long time we spoke to Victoria but did not always reveal the ways of some of our star brothers and sisters. This book that Michael is writing, in between other things that he's doing for the Wind Fathers, explains some of this.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be very interesting if he ever gets the damn book done channeling. So that's something I would like to see come out for everyone here.
I think the Wind Fathers have been pretty busy with him this last week.
Yes, they have. I know he's doing many different things now, so. But I said, look, he must find the time. I'm sure that he will. And we don't begrudge him some downtime either, but he has been quite busy. I know that there are other projects that he works on, but wonderful. I just wanted to stop in and say hello, my dear, and see how you are doing.
Oh, I'm doing just fine, Papa. I mean, look at the weather outside. What's to complain about? It's so sunny and warm outside.
Oh, I'm very proud of the two of you. I saw you out there working on your greenhouse today.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. I enjoyed that. And Michael was taking wheelbarrow after wheelbarrow off to the side, and you were busily snipping, clipping, and chipping plants in there. It looks very clean now that you're done in there compared. It was like a jungle when you went in there before.
Well, I hadn't trimmed back my herbs because as we needed them, we'd go out there and just pick them. And so now Mike has all these dried herbs that we've snipped
he's got a mix. He says he's gonna call it the season everything mix, because he's got oregano and thyme, and there's I think a little bit of silver sage in there, and a little bit of one of the oregano plants as well that he got some.
There's oregano, and also he got a couple of others. But yeah, I mean, I've always grown herbs because if you can't get vitamins, supplements, herbs are the vitamins and nutritional supplements, along with microgreens.
Yeah. Because if we're going to go through a cycle of starvation, even if we're going to have plenty, Stephen A. Jones chiming in with my plant gloves on, and I just wanted to let everyone know that it's not that hard to grow a couple of trays of microgreens. And you really should do it, and you really should do it now. And you should keep rotating them so that if you eat, you figure you're going to need one tray per person per week to keep them healthy.
No, that's 2 trays.
Well, I heard one they could get by on one, depending on the herb.
We're going to grow 6 trays this year.
Right, that's what we're doing, but I'm saying the average person. Listen, I've done my research in aquaponics and everything, and have written several articles. Yes, a dead person has written several articles for the ASC trade publication. I'm telling you, I've done it.
He has.
I'm really up on this stuff. I was enjoying it when the two of them were going to school for this stuff. Oh, we're having a great time. Yeah, but that's another story.